What's up, NVKBA? Hey, can everybody hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I'm using a backup microphone tonight. My other mic isn't working, so hopefully you guys can hear me from the camera mic. Please let me know if you can't, and I'll see what I can do. Hopefully it's loud enough too. I put on automatic volume control, so hopefully it's loud enough. And yeah, we'll get through it. Let's see. I'm gonna test a comment. Awesome, Nathan, John, appreciate it, fellas. Awesome, Arturo, how you doing, man? Bob King, good evening. Good evening. I appreciate everybody tuning in. We got quite a few on here already. Yeah, this is it, man. We are on trail stop number 5 already. There's 3 trail stops left, including this one. So we're over the halfway point of the season, and things are starting to heat up, especially that Angler of the Year race. It's very close. It's in it's a good one. I think it's going to be a great finish to the season here over the next 3 trail stops. So I'm really anxious, really excited to see what happens. Obviously, like everyone knows, we're going to drop one event. Like we've done over the previous years, so that's going to shake things up as well. Yeah, it's going to be really cool. Heat, rain, thunderstorms. What else can happen this time of year? It's been a wild few weeks, months really of the Northern Virginia weather, so we're trying to bear with it. But as you guys know, these summer months can definitely get a little tricky, especially when we start throwing river events into the mix. We really tried hard this year to include as much bronzeback fishing as we could. We always try to do at least 2 events. Obviously, we still have the Upper Potomac coming up. We had the Shenandoah River. But we tried to make this one a bronzeback event as well. And as of right now, it's not looking too good for the upper Potomac, or sorry, for the Upper Rappahannock. So yeah, right now, like I said, I haven't made the official call yet, but we are monitoring the gauges closely. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys. The gauges have been looking pretty rough. I'm seeing like 10 feet up north by like Remington area. And then, down to Fredericksburg City docks, we're looking at least today over 4.8, almost 5 feet, for the gauge, almost 4.8. So, and then the projection into Saturday is not looking great. So like I said, we haven't made the official call yet for the upper portion of the river, but the good thing is we have the tidal portion to fish. So as of right now, the event is still on. We're still going to, regardless of what the upper looks like, we're going to at least try our best to do the tidal portion. I understand it's not going to be ideal conditions. It'll definitely be, muddy, chocolatey, if that's the case, if we end up doing just the tidal. But just keep in mind that, as of right now, the event is still going. And that's kind of our plan B is to just fish the tidal portion like we've done in previous years. So if that is the case, City Docks is going to be your limit. There's a bridge. I'll pull up the map here in a little bit to look at the bridge, but that'll be the cutoff, in the event that we end up doing that. So, yeah, Matt Lewison made a good point. You can still catch smallies at the Ferry Farm launch right across the street, but that's awesome. So yeah, that'd be really cool to still get on some brown fish. And then, yeah, like you said, it'll be an incoming tide, so that should help the bite a little bit, I imagine. I'm not personally as familiar with the Rappahannock, but I know a lot of you guys are, and at least when it comes to these tides, at least from what I know on the Potomac River, your moving tides are going to be your best bet. That's when bait really gets moving. So, yeah, like I said, I think it's still going to be a decent event. Definitely have your top water baits out. And go to town with it and just, give it your all. So, but like I said, we're not going to put anybody in an unsafe situation or what we wouldn't feel comfortable fishing ourselves. So that'll be that. One more public service announcement before we get started with the captain's meeting. If you guys haven't noticed, the 2025 summer swag sale for NVK is live. That'll be running through August 2nd. So go ahead and get your t-shirt or get your hooded long sleeve shirts for the fall. end of summer, fall time frame. The weather's going to start getting cooler here before we know it. And the shirts, from what I gathered, the shirts aren't like they're not like a UPF sun blocking style shirt. Is more of just a casual long sleeve shirt. Great to wear around town. Of course, you can wear it when you're fishing as well. But it's a really nice shirt. So I'm looking forward to getting that back, or to getting back. You kind of mix it up a little bit. We put the logo on the back vertically, so it looks pretty sweet. I know a lot of folks like it. We've already had a bunch of orders put in, so definitely go ahead and get yours. They're $40, and it'll be drop shipped to your house, so you don't have to worry about picking it up at an event or anything like that. All right, cool. So without further ado, let me go ahead and pull up our little slideshow that we run. All right. All right, can everyone see that? Sweet. All right, this is your official captain's meeting for Trail Stop number 5, 2025, Rappahannock Rumble, the Rumble on the Rap. So this should be a pretty fun event. It's going to be July 19th, starting off at 6 a.m. We'll be fishing until 2 p.m. We're going to give everybody an hour, 3 p.m. Cutoff, and then you can launch half an hour before the event. Registration, Fishing Chaos. If you're new to the club, if this is your first event and you're having trouble, definitely hit me up, admin@nvkba.com, or you can message me through the Fishing Chaos app. All right. We talked. Registration cutoff will be tomorrow at midnight. As usual, pre-fishing is going to end tomorrow at 4 p.m. I'm kind of jumping around here a little bit. Rules, if you guys, if you're new to the club, make sure you read the rules. The rules overview is attached to the documents within Fishing Chaos. But within that document, you'll see a link. It'll take you to our website, or you can just go straight to the website, www.nvkba.com. You will see the NVKBA rules on the top banner. If you just click on Rules and Docs, that'll take you straight. The first two files on there are the rules standard, and then we have the waivers as well. I get a lot of questions about having waivers in terms of like anglers not knowing whether or not they need to have the waivers signed in person and on file. Right now, we don't do that. We only require that for youth anglers. We require, if you're 17 or under, we require parental or guardian consent with a signed waiver. But otherwise, you're 18 and above. We just require you to agree to those waivers. Like I said, those are made available to everybody within the Fishing Chaos app when you sign up, as well as on our website. So for now, the way we've been doing it is, registration for the event. You can't register unless you check that little box that says I agree with the waivers for the year. So anyway, and guys, please ask your questions over to the right. I'll definitely get to them. If I don't get to them during the captain's meeting, I'll be sure to hit them at the end. But again, like I said, rules all available on nvkba.com. Make sure you read them too. Sometimes I'm a little hard on folks when it comes to rules, but that's because it's made available to you. I want you to do your research. I don't want to spoon feed you rules, because I know that, like I said, a lot of folks, think they know it, and then they either don't read it, or they maybe gloss over it and don't really fully, ingest it, right, and fully understand these rules. It's just the way it goes. I want you to do the research, and if you really are having a hard time finding something or struggling, then come to me and ask. But if it's a simple question, I'm going to tell you, go look at the rules first before I answer it. Arturo, good question. Arturo asked where to get the event identifier on Saturday morning. So yeah, Arturo, no worries, man. So what we do, the identifier is going to be released. I'm probably going to release it tomorrow night, just like I did for the Shenandoah tournament, because of cell service and things like that. I know it can be spotty down the river, so I'll probably release it like late tomorrow evening. You're still required to bring, to have your identifier cards printed out, because the code's not going to be on any card or any type of printable material. It's just going to give you a 4-digit code, like an alphanumeric code, and that'll be released on the app. Once you open up the app, if it's available, it'll give it to you, and then it also go into your email as well. So like I said, just have your blank cards ready, or if you have like a blue Fox tin tag, that you can just run a Sharpie on it. You'll be good to go. We do use the KBF identifier, so just be sure to make sure you have any of the approved KBF identifier cards. We don't have like a club specific card as of now. All right, so like I said, pre-fishing cutoff will be July 18th. That's tomorrow at 4 p.m. You shouldn't be using any guides, paying for any type of information, while you're out there. So just keep that stuff in mind. It's all in the rules. And then we talked about launching early. That'll be at 5:30, earliest launch on Saturday morning. Yeah, Matt, great call. Make sure your location is on in your photos. The way that I have Fishing Chaos set up, at least now, they've made a few updates within the app. So you're going to have to check into the event before you're even able to upload a fish. So, and then on top of that, you need to go into your phone. If you have an iPhone, I'm sure it's similar on Android, but you need to go in and find your app settings and make sure that you allow full access to your device from that app. The app has to be authorized full access to your device, including location, because we need accurate locations for when you check in and check out. And of course, when you upload your fish, it'll give us accurate GPS location. If you see, or if you're having problems with that, let me know sooner than later. Don't wait till the end of the day to upload all of your fish, because that gives you very, very little time to sort out any complications or issues you may have while you're on the water. So if you catch your fish, please upload them as soon as you can. Sandbagging is going to hurt you. I've seen it happen many times. I understand you have an hour to submit, but that hour, I'm going to be getting off the water as well. Even though I don't fish the event, I'm out there with my son Riley. So I got a lot going on at the same time. I'm judging fish all day long, and then when the event's over, I'm kind of running and moving just like everybody else is. So it's really not the best time to be hitting me up, telling me that you have problems. Make sure you try to address them as soon as possible. So that's all I'll say on that. But yeah, otherwise, you upload them. If you have bad service, that's part of the game. Get off the water a little bit early and get your stuff uploaded. All right, moving forward, safety, as always, PFD, whistle, mandatory Coast Guard laws. You're going to be out there especially if you're out on the tidal portion, which we might all be, like I mentioned earlier. It's good to have your flag. You don't need the flag's not mandatory, but it's highly recommended. The 360-degree white light is mandatory if it's going to be dark out, and I'm pretty sure it'll be like getting daylight around 5:30, so it might not be a huge deal, but definitely better safe than sorry on that. We talked about weather considerations and what we're going to do in the event that we have to close off a portion of the river. Everybody will be made aware of that by tomorrow, like late afternoon, early evening. We talked check-in and check-out. Those check-in features should be available right at 5:30 as soon as you're able to launch. And then the check-out, I think I have that going until about 4 p.m. So everybody should be well off the water by then, unless you plan on not coming to the awards and fishing through the evening. Just let me know if that's the case. And help others in need. We're all human beings. We're all here to fish another day. So just help each other out on the water. If you see somebody struggling, throw them a line, help them out. Don't be helping each other measure fish and things like that. And, you're not supposed to assist anybody in holding fish or holding measuring boards, things like that. But when it comes to safety concern, please help each other out. And then emergencies, if it involves loss of life, limb, or eyesight, don't call me, call 911. And get yourself or the person help, from emergency services as soon as possible. All right, let's keep moving. Game day timeline. We already talked about this. Lines wet 6 a.m. Lines in at 2 p.m. This is going to be 3 different fish you're allowed to catch, either smallmouth, largemouth, so any species of black bass. And we also have the snakehead side pot, courtesy of Virginia Kayak Anglers Elite. Shout out to Joe Machado and the boys over at VKAE. They're coming in clutch again for us, and they're going to be scoring our Snakehead Side Challenge. So thank you guys very much. It's always an honor to have you part of our trail. If you guys, I think they just finished up their Snakehead Classic the other week. I think it was this past weekend, actually. So congratulations to the winners on that. I know we got quite a few anglers in our club that fish their club as well. So if you're into snakehead fishing and you want to, get into the competitive side of snakehead fishing, they have their own rule set, and that's what we're going to be using for this event for the Snakehead Side Challenge. So be sure to go to, I believe it's Fish VKAE. I think I have it, and let me see if I have it really quick in the event description. I don't want to tell you guys the wrong thing. So their rules are, so it's fishvkae.com/about. That's the VKE standard rule set. And the largest or longest snakehead for this event, it's an optional $10 buy-in, and the winner takes all. If you decide that, like if you already signed up and you forgot to do the snakehead side pot and you want to get in on it, you should still be able to go into Chaos and get the extra ticket for $10. So look forward to seeing what kind of snakehead come out of this river this weekend. All right. Yeah, spots and hybrids are legal, Arturo, as long as it's hybrid in terms of like a red eye bass or something like that. Yeah, but not like a hybrid striper. Those aren't legal. It has to be a species of black bass. And then, Josh, there are some big boats that run on the tidal rapids and blind. Yeah, 100%, man. Make sure you're visible out there. We can't stress that enough. John, we thought about doing a catfish side pot. That probably wouldn't have been a bad idea either. Maybe that's something we'll look into next year. It'd be really cool to kind of get into the multi-species a little bit more. I don't want to take away from what VKAE does for the community, but that's some pretty fun stuff, especially, if you have a bad day fishing for bass. It'd be cool to be able to still pull in a 30-pound catfish for sure. Just don't use your inflatable kayak there, John. I remember what happened last time. Those catfish, they can get a little squirrely. All right, cool. So let's see. Recovery etiquette. Okay, so awards are locked in. We're going to be at Highmark Brewery off of Kings Highway, right there, just kind of east of Fredericksburg. So too soon. Yeah, dude, I had to. I'm sorry, but hey, you got your new rig. I don't know if you're going to be running that this weekend or not, or you may be out there in your Titan. Either way, at least it's not the inflatable. Awards, they're going to be at Highmark. Those guys have been awesome. The Highmark Brewery is an awesome spot. I don't know yet whether we'll be inside or outside. Hopefully we'll be inside again, get a little air condition, have a couple drinks, and have a good time. They have some food there as well, so looking forward to that. We'll be setting up probably around 4 p.m., try to get everybody out of there by 5, 6. Obviously you can stay as long as you want, but we'll try to wrap things up, at a decent hour on Saturday. So, if you need the address, I think I have the address in the details. Highmark Brewery is where was it? I could have swore I had it in here. What the heck? That's fine. I will get the address out to everybody. There it is. It's 390 Kings Highway, Fredericksburg, Virginia. So I look forward to seeing everyone there. I'm going to have – I've been delinquent on sending out the rest of the 2025 club member decals. So just come to the event, come to the awards, come get your – if you don't already have the 2025 member decal, please come get it from me. I still have like 40 of them left. So anyway, keep on moving here. That's it for the main portion of the captain's meeting, guys and gals. Please ask your questions if you got them. Like I said, we're going to keep on monitoring the gauges. Hopefully, fingers crossed the lower is not going to be too terrible. But like I said earlier, I don't have high hopes for the upper at this time. So we may be resorting to plan B and just fishing the lower Rappahannock all the way to Tappahannock. So you have quite a bit of river there to fish. So I'm gonna go up here, see if we got any questions. Anybody following the ICAST this year? I know Jake's Bait and Tackle's down there. I need to get on Fishing the DMV and check out some of his videos. I'm not sure if I think they were doing some walkthroughs today. I need to go check them out. Also, if you don't have, I'm just going to send out the email. I know I need to get, some folks were asking me for like the sponsor discount codes. I need to send an updated email for those. If you run into any issues with those codes, let me know and I'll reach out to the sponsors. But as NVKBA members, you guys get all the discounts that, that the participating sponsors provide. So I know we got some new members came in, a little bit after the start of the season this year. So I need to make sure I do another email with those sponsor discounts. Something else I wanted to mention. I'll hit on it again when we at the awards, but for the Five Lakes event, so that's going to be the next event, the Battle of Five Lakes North. We are going to keep the same traditional 5 lakes that we've been doing over the last few years. So yes, Lake Frederick will be an option. We're going to stick with the, I know folks want to pre-fish, so we're going to stick with the Occoquan Reservoir, Germantown Lake, Lake Sleater, Lake Frederick, and Burke Lake. Those are going to be your 5. So I said it now. I'll make sure I put it out again at the awards, and I'll make sure that I get that out as soon as possible. We'll get that event up for registration shortly after this tournament. So, yeah, that'll be that. Let's see. Yeah, dude, Yakutech's got a new motor too. I bet that thing looked pretty cool. They're definitely breaking some, trying to get into some different areas, which is always a good thing. So it's good to have options for sure. Well, I don't see any other major questions. Let's see. Yeah, guys. Like I said, we'll be sure to update everybody tomorrow afternoon on on the weather. Like I said, worst case scenario, we're going to be fishing just the tidal portion. So thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Between now and tomorrow, if you got any questions, hit me up. And hope everybody has a great rest of the evening. Good luck on Saturday. Stay safe out there, and we'll see everybody over at High Mark. Y'all have a good night.